Astros, who were in their spring training navy blue tops this afternoon, home white pants. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for this afternoon's contest. Game 1 of Grapefruit League play. Brandon Bielak, 3 wins, 3 losses in his first crack at it in the major leagues last season. Out of the windup, and the next pitch, the 1-0 is hit down the left field line. It is deep. It is way deep, and it is out of here. Jazz Chisholm with a leadoff home run for the Marlins, and that's how you get Grapefruit League play underway. Well, needless to say, those in attendance supporting the Marlins this afternoon certainly encouraged by that. It's a leadoff home run by Jazz Chisholm. Marlins have a 1-0 lead. Starts his spring off with a bang. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ground ball right side. Past the diving glove of Aledmus Diaz into right field. And John Birdie's got a single. Still nobody out. Top of the first inning, just underway between the Marlins and the Astros. Miami with a 1-0 lead after the solo shot to lead off the ball game by Jazz Chisholm. He really wants to be more agile and mobile. And the pitch is hit in the air, left center field, chasing Souza Jr. into the gap. He's not going to get it. It's going to one-hop the wall. Birdie flying around the bases. He's going to go home. He's in standing. The Marlins have a 2-0 lead on the strength of Garrett Cooper's RBI double into the gap in left center field. Brandon Bielak has now thrown 12 pitches. I mentioned that. Something to keep in mind. If he throws 20 pitches in this inning, and Dusty Baker and company determine that's enough, the 2-0 pitch is hit high in the air, deep left field. It is back, way back and out of here. Lewis Brinson just hit one onto the concourse, and the Marlins have a 4-0 lead. There's still nobody out here in the top of the first inning. 4 runs. 4 hits, 4 men have come to bat. Brandon Bielak and Jason Castro are having a conversation on the mound. Here comes Josh Miller, and I don't know what they're going to talk about. I suppose how they're going to get one of these Marlins out. It's a 2-run home run for Lewis Brinson, and the Marlins lead 4-0 here in the top of the first inning. Welcome back, baseball. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Diaz, and it is chopped towards first off the hands. It's scooped up by Aledmus Diaz, and the Houston Astros finally have an out. That goes 3 unassisted to retire Diaz for out number 1 here in the top of the first inning. To throw here in the first. Here's Chad Wallach, Marlins catcher this afternoon. Ground ball right side, nicely scooped up by Diaz, who throws on the run to Bielak, covering at first for out number 2. For Miami, nobody on 2 outs. Here's the payoff pitch to Harrison, and it's a chopper back to the mound. Bielak has it. He's going to get himself out of the inning. Runs halfway to first, underhands it to Diaz, and the inning is over. But not before the Marlins score 4 runs. A leadoff home run by Chisholm, an RBI double by Cooper, a 2-run home run by Lewis Brinson. And after a half inning of play, the Marlins have a 4-0 lead. Welcome back, baseball. We'll be right back. 4 hits. No errors, nobody left on base. That sets the table for the Orlando-born, Texas-raised, cowboy boot-loving left-hander Dan Castano out there for Miami this afternoon. Went 1-2. We got a doubleheader, 7-inning doubleheader. Hop in there, give us a spot start. Work out of the bullpen. The 2-2 pitch is cracked into left field, and the base hit for Miles Straw, who leads off the bottom half of the first inning for the Houston Astros with a sharply hit single to left field. Home run, and Brinson cracked one to Jupiter a couple of batters later with 1 on. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Jose hits it to third. Could be 2. Taylor made 5, 4, 3. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning. 2018. Had a hit 4 at-bats against the White Sox. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's cracked into right center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's going to chase Monte Harrison and Lewis Brinson all the way to the wall. Harrison bobbles it momentarily, but gets up and fires in a strong throw to second base. And Kyle Tucker has a 2-out double for the Astros here at the bottom of the first inning. This Army knife, right? He can kind of do a little bit of everything. 3-0 pitch misses high, ball 4. Diaz almost looked like he was asking Carlos Torres to call it a strike. He wanted to hit. And it's a 4-pitch walk to Aledmus Diaz. So a couple of on 2 outs. Houston Castano out of the stretch, runners on first and second. The pitch is hit into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Home to score is Kyle Tucker. Going to third is Aledmus Diaz. It's a 2-out RBI single for Jason Castro, and the Astros now trail 4-1 here in the first. 20 and 25% capacity, roughly 8,000 to 10,000 people, I suppose. If my calculator is working. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. Castano got Abraham to swing over a curveball on the inside corner, and the Astros are retired here at the bottom of the first inning, but not before the middle of the lineup does a little bit of damage for the Astros in the first. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, 2 left on base after 1 inning of play at the ballpark of the Palm Beaches this afternoon. It's the Palm Beaches this afternoon, where the Marlins have a 4-1 lead over the Houston Astros. And the new pitcher on the mound now for the Astros here in the top of the third will be Ralph Garza Jr., a 26-year-old native of Edinburgh, Texas, a non-roster invitee for the Houston Astros this spring. A graduate of the University of Oklahoma. Had a really good college career. And Garza works out of the stretch, comes down from the side, and Birdie whacks one off his mitt. It's rolling out to Degodi at short. A play over at first, not in time. The speed of Birdie proves to be beneficial, and it's a leadoff infield single for John Birdie here in the top of the third inning. Maybe you sign a lifetime deal in Miami too, right? 0-2 the count to Coop, and the pitch from Garza is lifted into left field, sinking fast. On comes Souza Jr., who goes to a knee and makes the catch. Nifty little play out in left field by Steven Souza Jr., and there's 1 out after the fly out to left off the bat of Garrett Cooper. Top the third inning, Marlins lead 4-1, 4 runs, 5 hits. And the pitch, Brinson, right side. Altuve has it, throws the second for 1 over to first, not in time. My goodness, Jose Altuve had Brinson shifted to the left side. He sprung behind the bag at second, and he reached to his left, grabbed it, threw off balance in the air to second to a covering Degodi to force out Birdie. And for a guy that had so many troubles throwing the baseball in the postseason last year, you've got to be encouraged by what you saw there. Oh, here we go. Shift around to the right side, totally open on the left side. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Isan, swing and a miss, strike three. A good breaking ball by Garza, and the Marlins are set aside here in the top of the third inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We're through 2.5 innings of play in West Palm Beach this afternoon. It's the Marlins 4 and the Astros 1. Now the Marlins took a really long time to bounce back after a bout with COVID. Here's the line drive over the head of Isan Diaz, who leaped into the air, and it's a 2-for-2 afternoon for Miles Straw, who starts off the bottom of the third inning for the Astros with a single to right field. The bottom of the third inning. Neidert set out of the stretch, and here's the pitch. It's hit in the air to left field, not very hard, off the end of the bat. And Magneuris Sierra is there to make the catch, and there's 1 away. To Kyle Tucker, 1 on, 1 out, bottom 3. Neidert set out of the stretch, and the pitch is hit to the right side into the shift. Diaz to Chisholm to first, in time, in a double play. Fourth, get their second at bat and get out of here, get a bite to eat for the afternoon. Here's a line drive ripped into right field through the shift and a base hit for Jason Castro. He's 2 for 2 this afternoon, 1 out single here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1 on, 4-1 Marlins, bottom of the fourth inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Blew him away with a fastball, and Nick Neidert has a strikeout. And that'll bring us to the end of the fourth inning. For the one of the top many Marlins prospects. 1-2 pitch is in the air left field. Hit pretty good. Going back, still going back. Way back and out of here. An opposite field home run for J.J. Bleday, and the Marlins have a 5-1 lead. I'll tell you what, the wind might be blowing, but that young man is an absolute horse who has got a ton of power. 5-1 Marlins here in the fifth. One thing they did do really well, here's the 3-0 pitch, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Nasim Nunez. The Marlins, one thing they did really well, they stole a lot of bases. They were second in the National League with 51 stolen bases. Changes for you, too. Nunez takes off. Here's the throw down to second base, and it is not in time. A pretty swim move by Nasim Nunez. And he just snuck his hand into second. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side, into the shift. Picked up by Degote. Throws over to Jones at first for the second out of the inning. Went to third on the ground ball by Dunan. Ground ball, right side. It eats up Hinojosa, who fires the first, not in time. It's going to be an error charged to C.J. Hinojosa, the new second baseman for the Astros, who let that ball eat him up last year. The 0-1 pitch is squibbed off the end of the bat towards second. It's picked up by Hinojosa, who underhands it to Degote, and the inning is over. But the Marlins get 2 more. For the Marlins in the top of the 5th inning. 2 runs, 1 hit. There was 1 error. There was also 1 left on base. We're through 4.5 innings of play in West Palm Beach this afternoon. Expecting a lefty, but we're going to be treated to one here in the top of the 7th inning. Marlins have a 6-1 lead over the Astros. And the tiny little Kit Sheets is going to come into the ball game for the Astros. Kit wears number 92. He's a scrawny little thing out there on the mound. Seasons, 7 starts, a 3.25 ERA. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the Marlins shortstop prospect Nasim Nunez, and he bends right into a curveball. And Carlos Torres says, looked good enough to me. Strike 3 called, and Nunez is down on strikes. Probably didn't help himself there. It kind of looked like he just was like leaned right into it. Duri Sierra is out of options. Lewis Brinson and Monte Harrison are not. Pitch to Joe Dunan is hit in the center field in the base hit. Dunan grounded out the 3rd in the 5th inning. He's got a 1-out single here in the 7th. They're going to take the best 26 players to Miami for opening day. This will be a year of development, but that does not mean by any stretch of the imagination that you have to sacrifice winning. 2-2 pitch swing and a missed strike 3. Diaz down on strikes. Couple of strikeouts here in the inning by the lefty Sheets. Out, and boy, is that true. How many times every spring do you hear teams and you read articles? Here's a ground ball right side. Heck of a play by Kessinger, the 3rd baseman, who stayed on the left side of the infield. The putout will go 5-4. A diving stop by Kessinger. Joe Dunand is retired at second base for the final out of the inning. And we go to the bottom half of inning number 7. The final half inning this afternoon. A lot of people still working from home, but if you're at the office this week, check us out. Go to marlins.com/schedule. You can get the entire spring training broadcast schedule. 1-2 pitch swing and a missed strike 3. Tommy Eveld has come out here with a purpose this afternoon. That's a strikeout. He got Quintana swinging, and now the Astros are down to their final out this afternoon. Touchdown, Tommy. 2-1 pitch. The Siri is in the air, left field, sinking fast at a base hit. Brian Miller over to cut it off on the backhand. A huge turnaround first. And Marte thought about throwing behind the runner and almost thought about throwing it to Diaz. Siri was probably more than a third of a way towards second base and took a big turn. He was thinking about a double, but he's content with a single with 2 outs here in the 7th. It's tomorrow and Tuesday. The pitch in the air. This should do it. Right field. Sanchez has it, and the Marlins have collected a victory in game number 1 of Grapefruit League play in 2021.